James Williams, thanks for joining us today. Western Melbourne, what are the intersections that are most concerning there?
Well, the third most dangerous intersection identified in the campaign was the Geelong Road and Somerville Road in West Footscray. The second most dangerous intersection was identified as Ballarat Road and McIntyre Road in Sunshine. And the top most dangerous intersection identified in the west of Melbourne was the Western Freeway off-ramp and on-ramp and Hopkins Road at Deanside.
So we're talking about Western Melbourne. That's an area that's had a huge amount of structural change recently. Is that having an impact on these results and the intersections?
Absolutely. So the Western Freeway there at Deanside, that's in the city of Melton, one of the fastest growing LGAs in Australia. And these are suburbs that didn't exist 5-10 years ago. And it's about the infrastructure keeping up. So Hopkins Road, it's one of those north-south roads that's linking the Western Freeway to the Princess Highway. So if you're out in Sunbury or Melton and you're trying to get to Geelong, for example, you're going to use this off-ramp to get down to the Princess Highway. So it's very important that we think about the growth areas and ensuring there's enough capacity and road network there as well. And if you look at the problems that were identified by the participants of the campaign, a whole range of factors were mentioned. So the off-ramp and on-ramp, it's a very large circle that takes you off the Western Freeway there in Deanside. The lanes are very narrow. There aren't enough lanes for the amount of traffic using that infrastructure, so it's leading to congestion. But that congestion is getting onto Hopkins Road, then backing up onto the freeway. So it's a very dangerous situation for motorists on the freeway as much as it is for those getting on or off it.
That sounds like it might lead to frustrations for drivers.
That's right. And unfortunately, I'm sad to say, a lot of head-on collisions where people on Hopkins Road are trying to do the north-south driving, but there's others on Hopkins Road that are attempting to do right turns onto the freeway. So the solution there seems to us very self-evident. The Victorian government needs to invest in some traffic signals so that people can undertake that right turn safely.
Any other suggestions that we're going to be making to government about those particular issues?
Certainly improved lighting as well as improved signage and ultimately improved numbers of lanes on the off-ramp to the south of the freeway as well as the north.
If you're enjoying this video, give it a like and share it with your friends and family. We post new RACV videos every day, so hit subscribe and press the notification bell to stay up to date with our latest motoring, home and travel content.
If I can turn the tables for a minute, Andrea, I'd love to ask you a question. Having safer vehicles is so important. You're the motoring editor at RACV. Interested in your view on what's coming up in the new vehicle technology space to really reinforce safer intersections in Melbourne.
What we've seen in the last few years is the rapid adoption of advanced driver assistance systems across a range of vehicles. So it's no longer technology that's just fitted to high-end luxury cars. The most affordable cars on the market are being fitted with a system of cameras and radars designed to keep drivers and motorists and also pedestrians safer on the roads. So we're talking about things like blind spot warning, which will let you know if there's a vehicle kind of approaching in your blind spot where you perhaps can't traditionally see them in a wing mirror, right through to technology which will actually help you to get out of that issue where the car is seeing an issue and it's potentially helping you and steering you out of that situation. Hyundai and Kia are coming up with technology like junction assist. So if you're choosing to turn right out of a junction, it will actually sound an alert if it senses that a car's approaching too quickly and potentially even steer you out of that situation as well, or apply the brakes to make sure that you don't engage in a collision. There's a whole bunch of systems that are coming to cars now designed to keep motorists safe, but also focused on pedestrians, on cyclists.
And how does somebody make a decision about the best safety features in a vehicle? How do you make a call on that as a consumer? How do you know what's out there and what a car offers? And are we seeing an increase in price because of these features?
There's not necessarily an increase in price, and that's really encouraging. I think we're seeing a lot of new brands coming to market, and their price of entry is a 5-star ANCAP rating. So if you've got that 5-star ANCAP rating, you can be assured that it's got an appropriate level of technology. What we are also seeing is that not all car companies implement that technology in the same way. So some systems work differently to others. Some of them are known to be a little bit annoying, perhaps if there are too many bleeps and bongs letting you know that you're perhaps not the world's best driver. But there are other systems which perform better for our road conditions. So there's assessment that's ongoing, looking at that technology, looking at how it's implemented in the country to make sure that it works for everybody. But of course, not every driver has access to the latest technology. So there's some basic things that people can do to keep themselves safe on the road. And that's as simple as making sure that their seat's set up correctly and that they've adjusted their mirrors so they can see around the vehicle. It's a basic thing, but it's something that everybody needs to do, particularly if you're sharing a vehicle with another driver. You need to make sure that your seating position is correct and you've got that vision around the car. That includes adjusting your rear view mirror and also your side mirrors as well. Also, other basic things like making sure that your windscreen's nice and clean, and that your headlights are polished. All of those things can help you see in the dark, can help you see through intersections, and will just keep you safe on the road. James, have you got any messages for the people that took the time to complete the survey?
Well, certainly a gratitude and thanks to the 12,300 road users that took the time to participate in RACV's campaign. And we will take those results and advocate for improvements to government. But also a message to everyone that road infrastructure is key, it's vital. We all want safer roads and safer intersections across Victoria. But road safety is with everyone, and it's absolutely important that we all drive safely and be conscious and mindful of other road users, particularly vulnerable road users like pedestrians and bike riders on our roads.
Thanks, James.
Thanks, Andrea.
And there you have it, the most dangerous intersections as voted by you. If you want to see how other parts of Melbourne ranked, subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch the full results of the My Melbourne Road Survey. Were you surprised by the results? Which intersections do you think need urgent attention? Let us know in the comments, and if you found this video useful, give it a like and share it with your friends and family. We post new RACV videos every day, so hit subscribe and press the notification bell to stay up to date with our latest motoring, home and travel content. Thanks for watching and stay safe on the roads.